But with everyone, everyone's going through something, and it's just really hard to get it together, like to stay together. So yeah, I just had to get it out. All these videos of the hate going around with this mass deportation,
right, is that he's given everyone, as of March 25th, 30 days to leave this country on your own.
Only to find out that it's our own people turning against us. I am truly disgusted.
Over. I am officially losing every thing. This farm is getting sold. I have gone broke. Months ago, I screamed my warning to farmers and ranchers, and they didn't listen. And honestly, I didn't listen either. I didn't listen enough. And now I am paying the price. I am paying the consequences. And they are coming after every farmer and rancher next. It's not just me. They showed up a couple months ago. This started, and it only took 2 months for me to lose everything.
You don't regret your vote. You don't. You just don't like the fact that your vote is affecting you. You thought it was going to affect everybody around you because you're a hateful person and didn't realize that was a boomerang. You threw that and it hit you right the fuck in the forehead. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And it's right on time, baby. It ain't even been a year. It ain't even been a year, and you regret your vote because you didn't think that it will affect you.
Nobody seems to care. Nobody wants to help. They say you brought this on yourself. You opened the door. You did this to yourself, you farmers and ranchers. I didn't know that bringing home one little baby jackrabbit and then feeding it after midnight would make it multiply into thousands of jackrabbits, and they would start eating my cows and make me go broke because I don't have any cows left. Guys, the jackrabbits are done with my farm. I'm selling everything. They will be coming for yours next. Heed my warnings. Don't let the thumper monkeys at your door.
I'm struggling a lot today, seeing all these videos of the hate going around with this mass deportation, and it hurts my heart because, you voted for who you voted for, but why so much hate? Like, how can you mock the kids that are losing their parents, or the parents that are losing their kids, living in constant fear for what may happen to your friends and your family, and even people that you see on social media. It hurts. It hurts. Because why is there so much hate?
Yeah, it is very hard thing for real. People
why
are crying.
do you have to be this way? I cried to my boss this morning, and I cried because I'm stuck in a bureaucratic limbo. I'm a Venezuelan immigrant in the U.S. I went to high school here. I went to college here. I've lived my whole adult life in the U.S.
Also, there's Venezuela,
I
Cuban.
came here the right way, the legal way. I've paid taxes over like 8 years. I've done
countries.
all the stuff that I'm supposed to do. Doing everything in my hands that I have to get a work visa, and I literally exploded. I lost it today. I never cried about it to someone else other than my family, but I called my boss and I told him the only way that I have to stay in the U.S. permanently is to get a work visa, because the other way that I had was marrying someone. But guess what? I fell in love and he's from my same city. So there goes getting an American boyfriend. Like, he's in the same exact position that I'm in, and it's just really scary times. I've never committed a crime. I know I'm not their targeted, like, immigrant alien, whatever you want to call it, but I'm still scared. And I'm scared because I don't want to go back to somewhere where I'm going to be scared for my life every single day. Like, and I feel like people don't really get that. I've lived, like, since I'm 16, I've been in Texas. And this has been my second home. All the opportunities I've had, all the friends I have, everything I have is here.
Crazy.
My whole family is here, and I'm just scared that that's gonna go away. And I know the situation's not with me. Like, I know I shouldn't be as scared as I am, but I haven't been able to sleep just thinking about my options. And I don't want to go to Canada. It's too cold. So I've never cut the internet either, but it's just like, I'm going through it. And I know there's other people that are going through it. So, you know, you have to be empathetic. You don't have to agree with the political views. You don't have to agree with what ICE is doing. You don't have to agree with any of that. But we can agree, we can all feel bad for people being scared. I don't want to go back to somewhere I don't know myself. Or I'm going to be alone, and I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to go somewhere where I'm going to be alone. And it's just a scary thought of losing everything I've worked so hard for. It could go away because I don't have a granted, like, stay in the U.S. I don't have... My political asylum has been in immigration for 7 years. Still no answer. My mom's sibling's visa has been approved since 2014, and we still have to wait for a visa to become available. And guess what? I don't even qualify because I'm over 25. Well, I'm not even 25 yet, but by the time that comes out, I'm going to be 25. So I don't qualify anymore. So I don't know what else to do. I'm looking for a work visa, but you know how it's really hard because you're literally putting a target in your back whenever you apply for a job, and you press that little box that says I might get sponsorship in the future. They're not going to hire you. So, I don't know. It's just really scary times, and I just wanted to talk to you guys. Me comí un chocolatico también porque it's really hard. It's really freaking hard. And I've never committed a crime in my life. I came here illegally. I've done all the processes. I've paid taxes over the years, and I'm still super scared because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. And I know we don't know even half of it because we're not in the White House. We don't know what's going on in the White House. We don't know anything. So I try to not look at social media because I'm going to get scared. But I end up scaring myself with my own thoughts. So that's where I'm at today. And I just wanted to put it out there to be empathetic with all immigrants. Well, with everyone. Everyone's going through something. And, you know, it's just really hard to get it together. Like,
this is
stay
very hard.
together.
This is very hard for you.
Yeah. I just had to
very
get it
hard.
out.
Sure.
Cubans for Trump. It's not a clapback. I'm not trying to fight with you.
Yeah.
We
So
had
there's
enough words
Cubans,
before, during, and after
Haitians,
the election.
and Venezuelans.
I know that
Yeah.
you've been living your life by putting, and like most Trumpsters, you put your head in the sand, only listen to the Fox News, and he's banking on that, and you haven't been paying attention to what's going on in the world. Trump, as of about 7 hours ago, revoked the parole program for more than 500,000 Cubans, Haitian, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. And that's not the bad part of this, right? The bad part about this is, right, is that he's given everyone, as of March 25th, 30 days to leave this country on your own.
Ooh.
If not, Homeland Security and ICE
Only
are
30
coming for you.
days.
Go look it up. Article is right here.
Just a few days.
Now, I'm entitled to, and I told you so. I
Just
don't
some
take
few
any
days, for
pleasure
sure.
in telling you this news. I try to help you before the election because had we had Kamala Harris, this would not be happening to you and it would not be happening to me because I know goddamn well I'm next. I'm Puerto Rico. I'm fucking next. Somehow, some way, my ass is next. So, with that being said, you've had your head in the sand and you haven't been paying attention to the news because all you listen to is Fox News. Well, what has been happening is that undocumented immigrants, or those that he is now deemed no longer welcome in the country, have been rounded up, but they're not being sent back to their countries. They're being sent to El Salvador because Marco Rubio, one of your own, made an agreement with El Salvador and the president that's Arab, and made an agreement that that's where they're going to send the deportees. That center is one of the worst prisons in the world, known as the confinement of terrorism. And that's where he's sending people without any criminal records. Just go look it up. And maybe you were one of those Cubans that was clapping your hands. That's exactly what needs to happen, but that's about what's going to happen to you. If you do not willingly deport yourself out of this country. I tried to tell you a week ago in another video that you needed to start making other arrangements other than the United States. And I know none of you chimed in. None of you want to hear. I'm pretty sure most of you got me blocked. You need to put your girl down as somebody you need to listen to because what I've said to you up to date is absolutely accurate as I called it. With that being said, please know that birthright citizens are next, and so are naturalized citizens, and so are green card holders. I told you before the election, he only wanted your vote, and now he's proven it. He don't give a damn. You voted in can't even say it. You voted a dictator, just like Fidel Castro, into office, and now you're seeing the cruelty of what it is to be a dictator.
So if you think Trump is dictator,
I don't want to see you separated from your kids, and I
give me
most
some
definitely do
reasons
not want to see you
in the
end up in that
comments. Give me
prison.
some reasons in the comments.
Please heed my warning. Start making arrangements for a country other than the United States. Because within the next couple of months, this country will not accept you anymore, and I don't give a fuck what your citizen status is. But y'all have a blessed day.
Nothing is better than being MAGA. Here in Florida, let me tell you what we're doing. You see, what happened was Ron DeSantis and all the MAGA legislator here, we kicked out all of the immigrant workforce. We made it clear that they weren't welcome here and kicked them out of the state. That's right, even some of us MAGA business owners voted to kick out our own workers, and now we cannot fill the work.
This lady is being sarcastic.
Don't you worry, MAGA's
right?
on top of things, because right now our wonderful legislator is debating on loosening the child labor laws here, because our genius MAGA plan is to replace the immigrant workforce with our children, our Florida children. Doesn't that make perfect sense and just sound wonderful? The policy
lady.
we support is actually detrimental to us, but we pass it anyway. Now all the MAGA youth is going to be doing construction on your house. Doesn't that want to make you buy a house in Florida? It's not going to be insured, and it was built by a 10-year-old. What could go wrong?
So this is what I'm trying to understand here. What did Cubans who voted for Trump think? Did they think they were special? Did they think that Trump, who had been saying for months, even years, that TPS was not a legal way to come into the country, who thought that everybody from Latin America was munching of the government, who talked about the largest deportation in history, was going to just look the other way when it came to Cubans? Because what? Because they're special? These are the same Cubans that for a while kept talking about Mexicans and Central Americans and South Americans and saying that we were munching of the government for some weird reason, when most immigrants don't munch of the government because they don't even have a social security number. But well, I digress. The point is this. The guy told you straight up what he was going to do. And you thought you were exempt of whatever measure he wanted to take. And you didn't care about the rest of the people that were going to get hurt. And you still don't. And now you're crying on social media saying that they're illegally taking the people that he promised to pardon you if you had like some guys, or say like if you had a college degree, then or you were going to school. What do they think? That the rest of us don't have education, or the rest of us don't speak multiple languages? We do. And most of us work hard and have an organized life. It's not like Cubans are the exception to everybody else. That's what happens. When you feel you're special like this, for no valid reason whatsoever, then when reality sets in, it feels like a brick right across your face. So you're in the find out phase. Because you guys voted for this, and you guys supported this. You guys supported a guy who put the embargo back on your island. And now the people that you have down there are suffering. Now you can't go visit him anymore. And on top of that, you're getting deported over there. So you voted for the guy who set up the embargo to send you back again to that embargo that you escaped from. So don't come crying. I'm Alex. This is my rant, and I'm out.
Ordered the deportation of 500,000 Cuban, Venezuelan, and Haitian immigrants that came here the right way. And my question for my fellow Cubans is, are y'all still feeling special? My entire childhood was spent being fed the narrative that our family came here the right way, and that everybody else that's complaining about being deported, well, they just need to go back to where they came from, start the process over legally. I don't want to ever hear another Cuban American say some shit like that ever again. I'm gonna laugh in your face. Maybe you all will finally realize that no matter how much you try to blend into white Western European culture, no matter how much you try to pretend that you don't eat ham croquettes for breakfast and that you've never had ajiaco for dinner in your entire life, the problem is that Donald Trump is never going to see you as human. It's always been about racism. Here's the part that we like to talk about in our homes when no one else is listening, but I'm going to go ahead and say that quiet part out loud. You all think that you are better than every other type of Latino American. Conservative Cuban Americans, MAGA Cuban Americans.
Do you think Cubans
think
that
you are
better
than every
other
flavor of
Latino
American.
Americans?
And now we have proof. You are no different.
Let me know if you think so.
No
Let me know if you think so. But me, myself, I don't think so.
No matter how many times you place your vote for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, they are still going to see you as subhuman. And even if you hang your hat on the fact that you came here the right way, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter to him, because if he wants you gone, he's going to find a way to disappear you.
60% of Latinos voted for Trump in this election. And to think that my vote was going towards protecting my people. The fact that I was absolutely horrified at the thought of Trump becoming president because of the effects that it will have on our people. I voted for those Latinos that don't have a voice in this country. For the Latinos that are the backbone of this country and don't receive shit. I voted for the Latinos that have been nothing but good people in this country, paying taxes and have no criminal records. Only to find out that it's our own people turning against us. I am truly disgusted.
So hi, what's up beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm called Irene. So if you're new on this channel, kindly consider subscribing, and if you are a returning subscriber to my channel, I don't take your love for granted. Guys, it has been overwhelming for Cubans. Yeah, you remember how these Cubans were chanting, even the composed songs they were singing, shouting, Trump, we're gonna vote for Trump. Trump is gonna make America great again. It has been all over social media across the globe, and now they're the same people crying out here, crying when they were voting. They seem to be very special. They looked at themselves as so special when they were voting, composing songs, singing loud on the streets of America, making them so special, make them look very, very white, guys. And they're the same Cubans who are crying out. They demanding help. Where are they gonna get help? From the black Americans or from where? From the Latinos? The Cubans thought Cubans are Latinos, but whom disguise themselves as white, and they don't want to associate with the other Latinos. So guys, tell me. And it's like they have never been ready. They were not ready, and they have never been ready. It has hit them so unexpected. There's so much that is unfolding in America. The economy is just riddling. Everything is in a mess. The health services in America are just in a mess. There's nothing. The market is grumbling. The farmers are crying. And we have those who have fears of going back to their homes. Literally, this whatever that is happening in America, we just hope that America is gonna get back to its feet. It's gonna be great again. And for Cubans, you are just reaping what you sow. Yeah. Hoping that I'm gonna be seeing you in another video as we collect more of these videos. And thank you for all the creators of the videos, because we have to share them and talk about them and watch you as you cry. Bye bye.